Yeah, wake up to the soul in the early morning. Wake up the game, it's a new day. Wake up the soul, it's time to fly. Float on the winds and kiss the sky. The birds and flowers were made for you and me. I must be all I can be.
Good morning to you people out there. How are you doing this morning, ladies and gentlemen? It's a pleasure to join you this morning on such a wonderful session, such a wonderful program. All right, you people coming from all over the world to join as we drench the world in what? Positivity, ladies and gentlemen. We only want to do the right thing and do the right thing well. We want to do it well, ladies and gentlemen. We know there's a lot of people out there struggling, suffering, on their own, but we want to be that family, that group, that rolling stone that helps people get on their feet once again and go on living a better life, ladies and gentlemen. And this morning we got a really nice session for you. We're going to be looking at self-awareness. And guys, we got a beautiful guest on to deal with such a beautiful topic. All right, guys, I want to encourage you to sit back and enjoy this one. We're going to be having a real good time. We're going to be having some fun. All right, but nonetheless, outside, the weather is really beautiful on the outside, at least, in Trinidad and Tobago and in the south side. I'm hoping that everywhere else in the Caribbean where you're viewing from, I hope you're getting some good weather. I know, probably in the US at this time, it's getting a little bit chilly. I don't know, let me know what kind of weather you're experiencing in Jamaica, in Bermuda, Antigua, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let me know what kind of weather you're experiencing at this time. You can throw it up in the chat and let's experience the different weathers together. All right, good morning to you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we're ready to rumble. Let me give a little hail out to my people. I can't come on this session and not give a little hail out to my people. All right, these are celebrities up in here, and I'm seeing Top Girl Delivered, Cecil Millington, we got Corette Clark and Sharon Simmons in the house, Tandika Lewis, we got Hestia Singh, Michael Brown, Patrice St. Paul, Lilino Millie, Ruby Richards, Jenny Lee, Andre, Charmaine Boyce, Suzette Neptune Fortune is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, Margaret Roach, Hendrickson Andrews, my man, that's what I'm talking about, Kenneth M. Hodge, chef, he's a chef, he's really a chef, I heard he's really a chef, he can really cook. We just got to test him out ourselves. We can't just see those things coming up. Everybody can put that as a Facebook name, but we got to test you out, my man Kenneth. We got to put you to the test. Suri Bernard is in the house. Edwin Tulsi, my beautiful brother. Gail Archibald, Gita Mirage. Yeah, Rosemary Chady is also up in here, ladies and gentlemen. We want to say big up to you guys. Good morning to every single one of you. If you want your name called, put your name in the chat. Wilma Hamlet, Joy Gishard, Patsy Kisoon, Jerry Colado, all the way from the Philippines. I feel so special when you have the Philippines watching you. The Filipinos are the bestos in the world, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to be going on. Connie Langan is in here as well. Sherm Straker, Ursula De Silva, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, big up to the red carpet walkers. Ingrid Johnson Green and Denison McIntyre. Ian Critchlow is in the house. Carol Samuel Singh, Cynthia Carter, Yutzi Lynch. Ladies and gentlemen, big up to all these people. Veronica Joseph and Suri Bernard. Whoa, that's what we're talking about. We're about to have a great time, a great session this morning. And if you're ready to have a good time, I want you to just sit back and say, yeah, come on. All right. I know some of you right now, you're making breakfast for the children. You're making breakfast for the husband to send him off to work. Some of you probably making up your bed. Some of you probably cover up in bed. You're all over the place this morning. All right. But we're going to be following labor and having a good time with labor this morning. You know how we usually start the day. We start the day the best way possible, ladies and gentlemen. We give praise and thanks to the Almighty. Every time I wake up and I see another day, it's just another opportunity to give thanks. And after giving thanks, go on to try to do something better. Try to improve myself. Try to improve someone else. Try to add value to myself. Try to add value to someone else. It's all about others. It's never just about me. You know, life is not really is not designed to be a selfish one. It's always about others. All right. And so the more we seek to serve others and help other people is the more we help ourselves in return. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Bo, 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 bo. Ellsworth Richards touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. And Josie and Bella touchdown as well. That's what we're saying. Guys, let's get on with singing some songs. And I want to start by dedicating a song to all the people out there who are going through a rough time. You know, I know the rough times, they come on and off. Sometimes they come consecutively, you know, just one after the other. You're getting hit from every side. I want to dedicate the very first song to the show this morning to all the people out there going through a rough time with your health, a rough time with your neighbors, a rough time with your bosses, a rough time with your finances, you know, whatever it may be. I want to dedicate this very song, this very first song to you. Let's start the session this morning, ladies and gentlemen. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. Come on. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide. Hold me closely to his side. With love and strength for each new day, he will make a way. He will make a way. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. This is for you. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide. Hold me closely to his side. With love and strength for each new day, he will make a way. He will make a way. With love and strength for each new day. That is what he's going to provide for you. He'll make a way for you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, sometimes, you know, we feel hard pressed, you know, toward the corner. And we feel as though, you know, this life is not for me. It's just against me. Everything is working against me. But don't worry about it. Sometimes, you know, God allows us to go through the darkest parts of the valley just to bring us to the brightest part of the hill. You know, we just have to be patient and trust God. He knows what he's about. He knows what he's doing. Remember, we can't see around the corners. Remember that, right? We can't see around the corners of life, but God, he has full view. He has full vision, ladies and gentlemen. So let him lead you and let him guide you. Just trust him. All right. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, ladies and gentlemen, I'll fear no evil. All right, let's go on. Let's go on. I hope I got you here because I have another song I want to sing for you. Let's go. I sing praises to your name. Come on. Oh Lord, I sing praises to your name. Oh Lord, sing with me. For your name is great now and greatly to be praised. I sing praises to your name. Come on. Oh Lord, I sing praises to your name. Oh Lord, for your name is great now and greatly to be praised. Somebody got to give him glory. I give glory to your name, your name. Come on. Oh Lord, I give glory to your name, your name. Oh Lord, well, for your name is great, yeah, and greatly to be praised. I give glory to your name, your name. Oh Lord, I give glory to your name. Oh Lord, for your name it's great now and greatly to be praised. just jumping on the other platform. And I just want to say a good morning to Elizabeth Robert Stewart, Ashlyn John, and Beulah Tate is in the house. We got Bernice Bisundat and Janae De Silva. All right, good morning to every single one of you viewing on every platform. Blessings to you, and I hope you enjoy the session this morning. Let's sing this one. I will bless thee, O Lord. Somebody gotta bless the name of God. I will bless thee, O Lord, with a heart of thanksgiving. Yeah, I will bless you, O Lord. Sing with me. I will bless thee, O Lord. I will bless thee, O Lord, with a heart of thanksgiving. Oh yeah, I will bless you, O Lord. You better lift those hands. With my hands lifted high and my mouth filled with praise. Oh yeah, with a heart of thanksgiving. Come on. Oh, I will bless you, oh Lord. Lift those hands, come on. With my hands lifted high and my mouth filled with praise. Oh yeah, with a heart of thanksgiving. Oh, I will bless you, oh Lord, with a heart of thanksgiving. Oh yeah, I will bless you, oh Lord. All right, let's sing one more song. Let's sing one more song. I'm feeling the vibes this morning, ladies and gentlemen. No, yesterday I was doing some singing, and watch, if only didn't stop me. I was just singing whole morning. Might have finished around lunch, you know. Would have been good still, all right? But let's sing one more song because we got something to talk about. And I really hope that you would sit back and enjoy this session, because it's really to help, it's really to benefit you guys. It's really to help us develop, help us to grow. All right. Sometimes we feel as though we're stuck. It's really to help us to break through. All right. Let's sing this final song step by step. Oh Lord, you are my God. Come on. And I will ever praise you. Well, oh Lord, you are my God. Yeah. And I will ever praise you. Well, I will seek you in the morning, and I will learn to walk in your ways, and step by step you lead me. Come on, I will follow you all of my, oh Lord, sing, oh Lord, you are my God. Well, and I will ever praise you, singing, oh Lord, you are my God. Well, and I will ever praise. Oh yeah, I will seek you in the morning, and I will learn to walk in your ways, and step by step you lead me. Lord, I will follow you all of my, oh yeah, and I will follow you all of my days, and I'll follow you all of my days, and step by step you lead me. Lord, I will follow you all of my days. Yeah, guys, I'm feeling the vibes this morning. I hope you're ready for me. I hope you're ready for the action, ladies and gentlemen. All right, because we're ready to get down into business. And you know, when we get down into business, ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, it's real business. This morning we got the topic self-awareness, and we got a well-qualified guest to speak to us on such a beautiful topic, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to take the time to welcome to you all the way from Jamaica. Well, right now she is in the Cayman Islands, but all the way from Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, is only one. There is only one. I know I know it wouldn't be a surprise because the name is already on the the front page of everything, But we just want to welcome to you this morning the spiritual coach, ladies and gentlemen, the trauma healing advocate, ladies and gentlemen, the healing trauma advocate. I wonder if I have it right, ladies and gentlemen. Nonetheless, we want to welcome to you the one and only. There is none like her, and there will be none after her. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Kiffra Codner. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give it up for Kiffra Codner this morning. Good morning to you, Kiffra. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing great. After all that singing, how could I be anything but? And that's introduction. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Oh boy, oh boy. Let me just take 1 second here, because I'm seeing like I got some. 1 minute, because I'm not hearing you. All right, after such an introduction, I'm looking to get straight into things, and this issues with the volumes. All right, let me just touch something here real quick.
I'm hearing you. I don't know. All right. Did you confirm that? Did you confirm that they're hearing me? Did you hear me just now? I'm wondering if they're hearing me, and hopefully I won't have to wing it. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Loud and clear. Okay. Okay.
All right, all right, all right. Something just decided to conk out, ladies and gentlemen. You know how those things go, and needed a bit of restart, but I think we're back on track. I think we're good to go here. Nice. So let me give that introduction all over again, ladies and gentlemen. You know nothing is going to stop us. Nothing is going to stop us from getting things on the way. All right. Even when the hiccups come, we just drink a little water for that. And that's what you do. You drink a little water for the hiccups. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome to you once again, Kiffra. Codner. We're doing it all over again. All right. Good morning to you, Kiffra. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you, Leo?
I'm doing fine. I'm just doing excellent. Now I'm doing even better because I know that, hey, you know, even with that little issue there, I know the audience may have been hearing you, but I needed to hear you because I need to discuss with you on this particular topic. You know, this is an important one. And I was excited to talk about this one, and I hope you are too. You know, this topic can really help change the way people look at certain things about themselves. You know, we have to get that understanding of ourselves. So I'm really excited about this one. And how you feeling about it?
Listen, knowing yourself is, I mean, that's where everything starts, right? There's so many benefits to self-awareness. So big topic. Let's see how we tackle it and shed some light, right?
Lovely, lovely, lovely. You know, so when we start getting into self-awareness, ladies and gentlemen, you know, sometimes, you know, I hear people make those statements, not too often, but I heard it quite a few times. You know, I don't even know myself. You know, I'm trying to understand myself. I'm trying to find myself. You know, so a lot of people go through life and not understanding themselves and things about themselves and why they do certain things and, you know, reasons. People want answers, and that is how we are as human beings. We are created in this particular way. We want answers. We want to search for answers. So we just don't like to do things. Well, I'm saying it, you know, like that, but we like to do things knowing why it is done like that, why it is called that way, why it is swinging left to right, you know. So that is why, you know, we had to take the trip out of this world to explore and find out what is happening out there, because we keep hearing the world is flat or the world is oval and the world is wrong. So we had to go out there and get the answers ourselves, and is that right? So we went, we explored, and we searched, you know, the outer parts of the world, and we say, all right, yeah, the world is wrong, you know, because we love searching for answers, and that is how we are as human beings, and we won't stop. So I want to expose you to a professional this morning that can help you find some answers about you, about yourself, and why you are the way you are, right? So a lot of the things we won't be able to cover today, but this is what I'm going to propose to you. You can call in. All right. I'm telling you, you can put it in the chat as well, but I'm not promising I'll get everything. All right. But you can call in. The number is 267-3564, and you can ask your questions to our professional Kiffra Codner this morning, and she will give you an answer. All right. It wouldn't be a lengthy one, of course. It wouldn't be in depth, but she will give you an answer. So if there is something that is bothering you, you know, you're going through life and there's something that you're struggling and dealing with or struggling to get over, you know, you can ask your question, Kiffy Kiff, what about this situation? How can you help me with this? All right. And after you ask your question this morning on the show, all right, there is also another session that you can get for free, a 45-minute healing session, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. How many of you need healing out there? How many of you need shaping and fixing? We need sorting out. All right. We need sorting out. So there's also a 45-minute free healing session that she has available. I know after the show last week when she came on, I know folks did take that free healing session, and, speaking with them afterward, it was like, it was really good and they needed more. All right. So you can tap into that free healing session. And if you want even more, then you can get into the packages that she have to offer, where she can spend much more time with you and get in depth into your life and pull you out of whatever hole you seem to be stuck in. Is that right, Kiffra?
That is spot on, Leo. Spot on. A lot of times there are things that are amiss and we think we can handle them ourselves. And the truth is that we can't. Even after I became certified as a coach, as a counselor, I still went and got professional support, because I knew that there was some stuff I could deal with on my own.
Right.
And some stuff where I needed somebody in my corner, But if we can just go right into the self-awareness while we wait for persons to send their questions in. Self-awareness really is understanding self in simple terms. It's knowing what makes you tick. What are my values? How do I perceive things? How do I perceive life? What is important to me? And I'd say there are two types. So there's internal self-awareness, which is self-explanatory, right? It's how I view me.
Right.
And then external self-awareness, which is how the world sees me, based on the same set of things, the values, the perceptions, and so on. So having that self-awareness, of course, has a lot of benefits. Doesn't mean that your life will be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but improved relationships, greater success. You're better able to control your emotions, your moods. You know what's going on with you in terms of how you think, how you behave, and how you feel in, I want to say every situation. That might not be likely, but in most situations as you go through life. So, really, really have a handle on what makes you tick.
All right. So what we saying is that, in life, sometimes there are we find ourselves in places where, we really can't sort out on our own. And that is everyone. We won't be able to sort out things on our own. So we need some kind of guidance to see a light, to get an understanding, because we see things, we are exposed to things, and we just can't make sense of it, And I think that is a part that has always been crucial for me, in that looking at myself, why can I understand myself? I should be able to know what is happening with me, why I'm doing this, where am I going? I should be able to know those things. All right. And we need important information, just to redirect our vision a little bit, to get an understanding. Okay, this is why this is happening. What about things that happened in the past? Things that happened in the past. Sometimes we forget those things. I know with trauma, people lose memory. Sometimes they just can't remember a lot of things that happened in the past. What about the things we experience now? The things we experience now. when we forget those things that are past, is it possible that, with the help of professionals, we are able to remember those things and try to understand why we are suffering and struggling the way we are presently?
Definitely. I'm certified as a hypnotherapy practitioner, right? And that's some of the work that hypnotherapy does.
Right.
Very often we suppress memories because we're trying to protect ourselves, right? And hypnotherapy will allow you to go back and revisit that time,
right,
and possibly reshape how the experience went so that you're able to heal from it. Yeah. But self-awareness, when you started out, you were talking about going out and exploring the different corners of the world and all the Christopher Columbus type things, but we tend not to do that inwardly. We
Right.
very rarely stop and look at the man or the woman in the mirror and say, hey, what's going on with you? Why is it that so and so? Why does this tick you off so quickly? Why is it that whenever Leo wears that purple shirt, it makes you so upset? And you can't quite put a finger on it, but we very often don't stop, we don't pause and look in the mirror. We don't look at self enough. We very often gloss over things, and one of the statements that is common, especially for my Jamaican friends, is "I saw me steer," and it's excusing the behavior.
Right.
I think it's giving yourself permission to avoid change and to just sit in whatever it is that you're dealing with, however you are. Okay, so take it or leave it. I saw me come, I saw me stay. And it doesn't have to be that way.
Right.
We can be better, and I'd encourage you to be better for yourself first, right? And then it will help the way you show up in the world, in your relationships, in your career, as a parent, whatever it is. But be better for you, yeah?
Lovely, lovely. Guys, remember you can call in. The number is 267-3564. If there's any issues that you would like to share with Coach Kiffra and get a short answer this morning, you can call in. This is your time to tap into the free stuff, all right? You can get free answers from professionals this morning. Well, a professional this morning. Call in. The number is 267-3564. And even after you call in and ask your questions, you would want to leave time for other people to call in and ask their questions as well, all right? But even when you call in and ask your questions this morning, remember, after the show, you can get a free 45-minute healing session with Coach Kiffra today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so remember to tap into those things and take advantage of the free stuff. All right, we're giving these things away. So call in. You can chat with Coach Kiffra at this time. Call in and ask your questions. What is the problem? Well, you know what? I have a little question for you, all right? So personally, I have a little question for you.
Here we go.
All right, so I'm taking advantage of my free stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know about you. You sit down there and wait, all right? But so sometimes you know what you're supposed to do. All right, you know the right thing to do. Okay, well, if you dwell on this particular thought too long, you will get sucked into it. You will get into a particular mood. You will start feeling a particular way. So why sometimes when we know what we have to do, we know how we need to operate. We sometimes know, okay, well, if I just get up and do a little exercising, this will help. Why sometimes we know what we have to do, but then we just sit and do nothing anyway. We do what we are accustomed doing. Why does that happen to a person when they know what they're supposed to do?
You used that word, accustomed. We're accustomed to do it, right?
Right.
And we are naturally resistant to change.
All right. Okay. Sorry about. Let me just put a pin on that because we have a call coming in there. We'll get back to that. All right. So we have a call coming in. A pleasant good morning. We're live on Label. What is your question for Coach Kiffra this morning? Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you,
Hey,
Leon, and good morning to the labelers.
what's
I just
happening?
want to say a pleasant good morning. I'm good. I'm good. I just want to say pleasant good morning to your presenter, Kiffra. I'm not sure if I'm getting her name pronounced
We could work with that.
correctly.
We could work with that.
Okay, but I just want to say to her, she's really last week's session was a really great session. I was not on the live. I had to step out early, so I have a quick scenario question for her this morning. So my thing is. I enjoy dealing with people. I really do. I consider myself a people person. But I realize with myself that I have a very short fuse when I think that people should know the obvious. And I'm getting a little annoyed at people. Like if I give you a scenario and then what I consider to me to be asking like a stupid question or something, I kind of get annoyed at it. So my wife would be like, but Hendrickson, you know, you may understand what you're doing, but the person may not. So you have to be able to have that kind of patience with them. So my question is, how do I, and I'm aware of it. So my thing is, how do I control that? How do I like be more patient when it comes to dealing with people who I think should know what the process is or what should be done or stuff like that. And like within myself, I know that I should be able to have more patience in terms of dealing with persons. So
Shun them, Hendrickson. Shun them. Have
so
nothing to
that's
do with
about it, and I just enjoying the session right now.
All
Have
right.
a good day.
Thanks a lot for your question. Yeah, so you got that, Kiffra?
Yes. So, a part of his answer is also yours. We learn behavior over time, right? And we have internal programming. So we're hardwired to behave in a certain way. Now, there's some debate about how long it takes to form a new habit.
Right.
Some persons say 30 days. There's research that says 60 days as well. But I think somewhere between there is the sweet spot. So as creatures of habit, right, with the exercise thing, you don't want to exercise. Everything in your body is going, and in your mind first,
Yeah.
is going to tell you, no, this is not what we do at this time,
Right.
time. We're Netflixing, right? No. Remember that you have to, you're watching that series. What I would recommend for that is you start to take small action steps.
Right.
So in the case of exercise, go and get your sneakers immediately. The moment that you think to exercise, go get your sneakers, start changing your clothes, all right? Because you're now telling your brain, hey, this is happening, right? And your actions are matching it up, so it knows that something else is going to take place. So take small action immediately on the thought occurring to you. Recognize that it's going to take some time to form the new habit, right? Somewhere between, I'd say maybe 40, 50 days. And it sounds long, but it really, it will pass by quickly. In terms of the question that Hendrickson, was it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm messing your name up. Asked just now. One of the things that we have to recognize is very often the faults that we find in other people might be connected to something in us, right? So what I'd say is do some introspection. Try to figure out why it is that people asking dumb questions, as you put it, bothers you so much, right? Look at the patterns. It's going to take some writing down. I mean, there isn't like a one answer,
Right.
but very often the thing is reflected in us too. So you've got to do some introspection, write down when it is that, exactly what people say to you, when it is that they say these things, and why it is that, to try to find out why it is that it really triggers you so much, right? As a starting point, that's what I'd suggest.
Yeah. Wow.
And your wife is correct, by the way, as wives often are. The fact that you are where you are doesn't mean that, they are. So maybe some empathy, trying to understand the position that they're in too. So they don't know, is it an opportunity for you to teach?
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, well, that was Kiffra answering a question that came in from a caller just a while ago. All right. So remember, you can bring your personal issues. I mean, whatever you would like to share on the program, she would give you an answer. If you want some more, you got a free 45-minute session, healing session after the program or anytime throughout the day. As a matter of fact, how long does that offer go for the 45-minute free session?
Indefinitely. And that kind of girl.
You got it for life, but you just don't know how long you're going to live. So take it immediately. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is some great stuff coming out here from Coach Kiffra. You know, she spoke about you know, sometimes things that we have issues with in life is based on it really stems from within, something that we have a problem with, and you know, that always is amazing to me, but at the same time it's very interesting that, you know, something I've been dealing with or something that affected me, you know, I'm now taking it and it seems as though it's someone else's problem. Why we always, you know, try to put the blame on someone else? Is that a normal thing?
Again, we tend not to do introspection very often, right?
Right.
And it indicates a lack of self-awareness when you think about it. If I know me very well, then I will know what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, my perceptions of life, how I behave in certain situations, what my thought process is. If I'm typically somebody who thinks the negative, disempowering thoughts, or if I can, you know, even if I'm in an uncomfortable situation, I can think positive. So I'm stuck in traffic. You're stuck in traffic too. What is happening in both our minds while we're in the same situation?
Right.
Am I honking, even though I've got nowhere to go? I'm cursing and carrying on. And are you, okay, well, can't do anything about the traffic. So, you know, let me just listen to some music while I'm in here. Let me listen to one of my meditation tapes, whatever it is. Passing the time in a way that is healthy, because really this is a situation, I'm embracing it. I recognize that I can't do anything about the traffic except to sit in it because I didn't bring my helicopter, right? So it's things like that. And there's so many benefits to being self-aware, to knowing yourself. And it's easier said than done. I recognize that because a lot of things, as you know, start in the mind. I think we said that last week.
Yeah.
So we've got to rewire that internal programming that says, I'm not supposed to exercise, and that finds all the excuses, all the reasons, and just go and do it. Marry it with some things that you enjoy doing, right? For me, I don't like exercising. I don't. But I recognize it as necessary. And so what I've done is I switched the time. I used to exercise at night because, it helps me to sleep better.
Yeah.
But what I found it happening is after, you know, you go through the day and you watch the TV and so on, you can find an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm too tired, I'll do it tomorrow. So I switched it and I do it early in the morning, first thing when I wake up, and I couple it with devotion and my meditation and all of that. Internal work. So it's married to stuff. It's a part of things that I do enjoy.
Right.
And bam, new behavior. And I love doing it, and it's not a chore anymore. So you've got to find what works for you.
Wow, I love that. I really appreciate that that stuff. All right. You know, well, even let's talk a little bit about beliefs now. All right, and belief systems. You know, when we start looking at beliefs, you know, sometimes, well, I can speak from experience. All right. And seeing as this is a question session, you know, I'll throw all my issues on you this morning. All right? I'm just kidding. But sometimes, you know, you find yourself in a position where you believe something, and okay, you really believe this. This is how it is, but not understanding. Okay, why do I believe this? Why do I believe it to be this way? Why am I really believing this in the first place? Where did that come from? You know, how do you deal with a situation like that? You believe something, you don't know where it came from, you just know you believe it, you just know that, okay, this is what I've always been believing. How do we take time, sit down, and work on something like that to ensure that what we believe is actually what we want to believe?
So a part of the answer is in what you said. Where did this come from?
Right.
Right. And I'll share something with you. So I had a session with a client, and the client shared self-awareness in terms of how other people viewed you, right? Would be where this falls. She shared that her mom calls her lazy, right? And one of the first things you want to do when somebody says something negative about you, you want to look at it, right? Even though it might be uncomfortable. And the question you want to ask yourself is, what else could be true? What else could be true? So we put that question out there in our session. And what came up is, in her mother's world, she wants to get things done like bam, 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 man.
Yeah.
It's a simple 1-2. If you're hungry, you cook something and you eat. While in my client's world, she's a planner. Right? So she very meticulously maps out, okay, this is what I need to do, because she has a lot on her plate, and it helps her to stay organized. So what happens is, if in her prioritizing, cooking just gets left off the list and she chooses to get takeout instead, that's what works for her.
Right.
But in her mother's mind, she's lazy. So you ask yourself, what else could be true? Because very often these perceptions are handed down to us by our parents and our caregivers. And we did touch on this last week. So a lot of our beliefs come from them. They come from socialization, and somebody could say one thing to you on the playground when you're 6, 7.
Yeah.
If you can remember that far back, unlike me. And this thing just stays with you for the rest of your life and you believe it. So introspection, and it's not 100% guaranteed to work, but it's a start. Why do I believe this? When was the first time I heard it? Who in my life supports this belief or perpetuates this belief, right? And what else could be true?
So is it that, when someone says something about you, is it that you fight against it, or you just sit back and accept it as truth? How do we really deal with it? It's like, sometimes it is true, but sometimes it is just their perception of you and not necessarily true. So how do someone deal with it? Like, you mentioned someone said something to you around, when you're 6, and you remember that all the days of your life, and that's what you believe yourself to be. Somebody said, you're stupid, boy, and you're growing up and you believe you're stupid. And when you do stuff, you may not have the confidence, and you may not believe in yourself because to you, you're stupid. How do we, I don't want to take, get for you to get into a lot of the depth of stuff, but I just want to help myself and help the people out here. How do we realize, how do we get to the point where, we can say, wait now, I'm not stupid. That's just what people said. Probably someone said it out of anger. Probably I disappointed something. That's just what that person said. I'm really not stupid. How do we get to that point? Is that a way is there a way for us to get to that point on our own, or do we need some form of guidance from professionals, which is okay as well?
Well, the how you deal with it, it depends on who you are, right?
Who you are.
You might be able to use affirmations and meditation, and then you're good. But somebody else might need to go do some internal work and get some hypnotherapy, maybe get some counseling. So it depends on the situation and the person. So the first part of what you asked, if somebody says so and so, I think for the average person, it's going to depend on who is saying the thing. Right. And what the thing is, right? So if somebody walks up to you and says to you, Leo, hey, white boy, I'm gonna like you, I don't like your blonde hair. you're going to laugh, which you're
Yeah.
doing right now,
Yeah.
because you know for certain, 100% sure, say, is not me them talking, because that's not true, right? So if somebody says something about you that is clearly not true, then you're going to disregard it. Now, if somebody says something and it's starting to bother you, I think that's the time to do some introspection,
I see what you're saying.
right? To explore, what is there some truth in this? Very often we have a challenge with the source of these words, the source of the feedback. I'm not going to say criticism. We have a challenge with the source of the feedback. You don't like your boss, so if your boss says so and so, is because she don't like you, right? So we want to dismiss it. So once you find that it's triggering you, it's making you, pull back, it's affecting you emotionally, then I think it's an opportunity to really look at why it is that the person said that. If it's a situation where there's a relationship, it's somebody whose opinion you value. In the case of your boss, for example, if we can continue with that, maybe find some time when the office is quiet and go and sit down with your boss in a non-confrontational way. Engage your boss and say, you said earlier that my productivity is low. Can you expound on that a little bit more? Can you tell me what it is that I could do
Right.
to improve that, right? So you can always go and get the feedback, seek the feedback, and try not to be too emotionally attached. Don't get your emotions involved too much, because you're asking for the truth, you're asking for honesty. Remember that it's because you want to grow. So try not to become too emotional, because you might not like what you're hearing.
And I think you raised a really nice point there, speaking about being emotional. If emotions wasn't involved, I think it would have been a lot easier to to receive information and to act on it. But when the emotions are involved, sometimes it takes a while to get over. Oh boy, so what, this is what a man's saying about me. This is, so I really not like this. Boy, it's so sometimes it takes a little while to get over the emotional part, to start working on what is really important. So you're correct when you raise the point of being emotional. Someone, as you spoke about people saying things about you. Someone is saying in the chat, someone said something about me that was not true. Now every time I hear that person talk, I get anxiety.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you can do, but could you drop something for that person? Sandra Stewart in the chat here this morning.
Sandra, you have to look at why it bothers you so much, I'd say, and why you're holding on to it. Is it true? Did she say it was truly or not?
She said that was not true.
If it's not true, then let's look back at the example that we just gave with somebody walking up to Leo and identifying him inappropriately, right? Incorrectly, rather. He knows it's not true, so water off a duck's back, it doesn't bother me. Like I said a couple minutes ago, you've got to look at why it's bothering you so much. If it's not true, if somebody said something and it's not true, then that's nothing, right? So I'd say, look at why it's bothering you so much. Ask yourself, what else could be true, since you think you don't agree with what the person has said? If it's a case where you can go and talk to them, which it doesn't sound like, but if it is, then just seek out an opportunity, go to them in quiet time, have a coffee, have a cup of ginger tea, right, Leo? Which fixes the world's problems. Have a cup of tea and say, hey sis, hey bro, a couple weeks ago you said that I'm really lazy, and I just wanted to get an idea of why it is that you said that, because it kind of bothered me. So I just wanted to get why you said that.
Why is it? Yeah, go on.
Additionally, if it is that you can't have the conversation with that person, find somebody else who, you have a good relationship with, one, and two, who is sober. Find somebody sensible and sober who you trust, and go to them and say, this was said about me. I'm having a challenge resolving it. it doesn't sound like it's true, but I wanted to get your feedback. Do you think that, what do you think about the statement?
Wow. So this is going out to Sandra. What does she think about the statement? Is that right?
Right.
Right.
Sandra, also, everybody's not going to like you. And remember, people perceive the world in different ways.
Right.
So we've got to pull up our big boy pants and remember that we won't be everybody's favorite. We won't be everybody's cup of ginger tea. Haha. So be okay with that. Know who you are. Love yourself. Recognize your strengths. Recognize too the areas for growth. And all of this has to do with self-awareness, right? Know what you need to work on and keep working on it. But while you're working on that, put your important, not important, but your best qualities forward. All right? Highlight those while you're working on the areas that where you need growth.
And as you're speaking about, going to your boss, or in Sandra's case, going to the person and finding out why, are you saying this, and so on. Why is it? Because we're saying going to the person, and that seemed to be, really difficult, approaching people, approaching the person, especially that said that about you. Why is it's so difficult for people to approach the one spreading the rumor or saying the negative?
You tell me.
It just seemed really hard to approach. It's like, I don't want to talk to this person. I don't want to be in the presence of this person. Why is it so difficult?
I think conflict, generally there's this view of conflict and of confrontation that is negative.
Right.
And
true.
Very often we're not secure in the approach that we should take. So in my case, I've done communication consulting for most of my career. So I'm adept at how I phrase things, at the tone of my voice and things like that. And that's one of the things that I bring to my coaching and counseling. So I can help my clients. I can write a script for you if you need to go and talk to somebody you're close to, but you don't quite know the words or what time of day you should go and say. So I'll do that. I'll design that. But it's difficult for the average person because you feel uncomfortable, first of all, right? Second of all, confrontation is we're taught that it's a bad thing when it really is not, but we're taught that. So we rather just let things stay there and just fester. And sadly, very often relationships are broken and remain broken. Friendships are lost, or we just explode one day. Those things build into stress and anxiety. In Sandra's case, she says that she feels anxious. Obviously, she needs to clear that space. Even if she doesn't, I don't know if it's a relationship where she can go and speak to the person. If she can't, she's got to clear that space internally for herself, right? So confrontation is bad. I don't know what to say. There's fear. I don't know how the person is going to respond. They might shun me. They might shout at me. They might get vexed with me. Yeah. What if it ends up in a fight? If the girl box me, Leo, me have to go box back the girl. So I think a lot of it is rooted in fear.
Yeah. Wow. That's some powerful stuff. Great stuff. Because it helps me as well. I'm hearing. All right. So Gail Archibald is saying, "Hi Kiffra, how can I help someone? how can I help someone who ever so often goes into their own quiet world, and when they are made aware, they become defensive?"
Why do you think you need to help that person, first of all? Why do you think they need help? I need to know the answer to that. I like to go into my quiet world. My dear husband, who I engage with, like brethren, which I shared last week, he likes his quiet space too. And you've got to respect that, first of all. So without knowing all of the information, I'd want to know why you want to interrupt the quiet space, how it affects you, if it's viewed as a negative thing, because we all need time alone. And I know that when you're married, we're married, it's just us two, and we need time apart, right? So I know that if there's a bigger family setup where children are there, maybe you're still living at home and you've got your parents and you've got siblings, you need your quiet time, you need your alone time. So I don't know, I'd need some more information to answer that a little bit better.
I'm with you on that. Talking about quiet space and quiet time, the truth is, when I look at myself, I like my quiet time. I like my quiet space. Especially if I'm not the type of person to just jump out at people. I don't like getting upset. I don't like getting vexed. And if something bothers me, I like to sit down and think about it, and think about, okay, does this make sense, being vexed or not? But at this time I'm upset. How can I sort this thing out quickly? Let me get myself together quickly, and all those things, all those thoughts take place when I'm in my quiet time. And it is kind of annoying. I'm just being honest. It's kind of annoying knowing that I'm trying to take that time for myself to sort myself out, because I don't want to lash out at anybody. I don't want to judge anybody. I don't want to, operate and respond in a way that is, not nice. So I try to take the quiet time, talk to myself, reason out, how can I get over this? How can I, deal with this and allow it to become nothing more? And when someone else jump in and, start, okay, why I like that, I'm trying to talk to you, and when they start interfering with the quiet space and the meditation and the processing and all of that, it's kind of annoying. And so as Gail talk about, people getting into their quiet spaces, from my experience, I just want to share, that it's just sometimes, people taking that time to do what they think is best to get themselves together, to be able to function, to be able to deal with the same people that are around them. Who knows? But I'm just saying for me. And do you think that's okay? Because I don't know. Do you think that it's okay, not speaking,
Absolutely. It absolutely is okay. If it's not a case where you're shutting off and getting people worried and all of that, right? We all need the quiet time. For some of us, we can grab an hour. For others, it's just 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Some people have to lock themselves in the bathroom to get that quiet time, but it's needed. And to go back to the self-awareness, meditation, introspection, those things need that quiet time to effectively take place. If I'm going to think about what somebody said today, how things went in a particular situation, why did this event unfold the way it did, why that rubbed me the wrong way, I need to be listening to my own internal voice, right? Instead of this. So we need that for our sanity. And you've got to fill your own cup so you can pour into others, right? So you need that space, and I think it should be respected. Sometimes my husband locks his office door, and unless I need something, really, really need something, and I let him be, because he's got to emerge at some point, right? Man, go and get hungry at the very least. In Gail, if it is that it's not a situation where you're worried about your friend and they're displaying, concerning behavior, then I wonder too about the approach. The approach is everything. If it is that, like Leo locks off and I want to talk to him, you always gonna lock up and people want to reach you and them can't get through to you, but I don't need anything urgent. That's very different from, hey Leo man, I wanted to reach out yesterday, didn't hear from you, I really missed you. Everything all right? It's two completely different things, right? In the first instance, I'm doing what you said, I'm annoying you, potentially. I'm nagging and annoying and not being respectful of your space and your time. In the second, I'm showing care. I would like to think. I want to know if you're okay.
Yeah.
And my concern, my focus is on you and not on myself.
Wow, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I appreciate Gail for asking that question, because, it just reminds me of myself. I just love to, go into that space, my own world, and because I know I battle with a lot of negative thoughts. When I see things happen, it's easy to just see the negative in things, and I love to take time because I want to ensure that, look, I don't get distracted and shift by looking at things the wrong way. So I like to just fall into that zone and say, Leon, so why are you looking at it like that? Why are you seeing things like that? This is the negative version of it. So why are you, I just like to fall into my space and start talking to myself. People, they say when you talk to yourself, you're crazy, but I believe sanity is when you really talk to yourself, and get answers.
We have the answers. We have the answers to a lot of the things, a lot of the challenges, a lot of the situations. And you need coaches and you need counselors because they help you bring those answers to fore.
Yeah.
So you have the answers, but you don't know how to access them. And we provide that access. We are that bridge, right?
Yeah, that's good stuff. Ingrid is saying introverts and extroverts operate differently. I'm an introvert and I value my quiet space. I appreciate that. Dwayne Boxer, Leo, Christine Gopal want to know why I'm so attentive. Great session and answer. I don't know what Dwayne is trying to get at here, Christine, but I'm out of it, right? Leave me out of it. But thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. All right. We have, let me see, I got one more here. When I was about 20 years old, my so-called best friend said I was so ugly and no man will ever want me. I know I am wonderfully made by God, so I don't bother. Now the most handsome man in the world married me, and I have 2 beautiful children, and that same individual have been married 3 times and divorced, and is now a lonely woman with 3 different sets of children. Leo, I am a pretty woman of God. Wow. Yes, I'm seeing sometimes in life, when people say things about you, or when you say things about people, it seems to come back and affect you. Is that a common thing?
You remember what we said to Hendrickson's question? That very often what we say is a reflection of some of our own internal wiring and our own beliefs. Maybe she did just bad mind. But on a serious note, this seems to have come from somebody who had some self-esteem issues, right? And some insecurities of her own. And it sounds like those have played out in her life. She may have been searching for something. She needs to rebuild that self-esteem. She needs to start loving herself because, the sum total of her life is right there. Nothing's going to change unless she does those things, right? So it sounds like that's what her challenges are.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this was your opportunity to get some answers based on things that you are experiencing personally, or even if you wanted to ask a question based on a friend or family member. But this was your opportunity to get some answers. I hope it was helpful. I know it was helpful because even when Kiffra answered other people, I was benefiting from the answer as well, because we deal with those things on a day-to-day basis, all right? And if it's one thing that I'm doing, Kiffra is searching for some way to improve and develop myself. So I'm really appreciative of this session, the question and answers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the last question and answer session with Kiffra. As we get into different areas of talk, you will be open to ask your question. She's open to that. But I want to encourage you to please move on to take in the free 45-minute session. And if you see the value in the healing session, 45-minute healing session, you can go on in getting in depth and spending more time talking with Kiffra. Because something I've observed is that she didn't just give answers for giving answers' sake. She did mention in some cases that she needed to hear from the person, she needed to get some answers from the person, why and when and how, so that she can be able to talk to you better and be able to explain things about why you're doing that and why you're thinking this way, so she needs to get in depth and she needs to sit and chat with you. So don't be afraid. You can get Kiffra on Facebook and Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Kiffra, are you okay? Do you have a work number, or your personal number works for everything?
My personal number, but if persons reach out to you to get in touch with me, then you can share that.
No problem. All right. So if you want to get in touch with Kiffra, ladies and gentlemen, to get your personal session or even to get the 45-minute free session, you can reach out to her on Facebook. You can connect with her on Facebook and just let her know Label sent you. All right. Or Instagram. And if you reach out to me and you're really interested in getting a session, sitting and chatting with Coach Kiffra, you can do that. Reach out to me and I will put you on to her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Kiffra for you, the one and only. Kiffra, do you have any final words, any last words you want to say to the people before we close off?
Yes, self-awareness is super, super important to your relationships, to your career success, just to success in all areas of your life. Having a handle on your emotions, your thoughts, and your behavior can only advance things for you, make things better. So it's important that you take steps to becoming more self-aware. And some of those include journaling, writing down your thoughts, why did I behave? Why did I react? Why did I think so and so? How do I think generally? Am I the person who brings the dark cloud on a rainy day? Am I positive in situations that are uncomfortable? Do some meditation. I can give you some tips about that too when you contact me, but do some meditation. Try to rewire. The idea is to rewire your internal programming to change the way you think so that you'll change the way you feel and the way that you behave so that you can really change your life.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put some love in the chat. Give it up for your girl, Kiffra. That's what we're talking about. This was indeed a great session. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be taking my coaching when I could get it. All right. Kiffra she is not just qualified, but she has that demeanor. She has that way about her that makes you feel comfortable, like you can sit and talk, and you can be on a hard wooden chair, but just sitting and talking to Kiffra, you feel as though you're laid back on a lounge with something over your eye and you can just talk, and let her know what is happening with you. That's just how you feel when you talk to Kiffra. That's the feeling that you get, Kiffra. May God continue to bless you in the work that you do. And I really hope that you guys on this session would take the opportunity to contact Coach Kiffra to get some value, improve, develop your lives today. All right, Kiffra, thank you so much for taking the moment, taking the time. And ladies and gentlemen, we are on a roll. We are on a Kiffra roll. All right, we are on a Kiffra roll. Next week, Lord willing, she will be back. She will be dealing with some more stuff. So I want you to take the opportunity, take advantage of these opportunities, ladies and gentlemen. So we are on a Kiffra roll for a few weeks. So we're going to be giving you some great value from the coach herself. Kiffra, thank you so much. May God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Great stuff. Great session. Looking forward to have another session with you next week, Lord willing. Blessings flow.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right. Have a great day. And once again, give my regards to your husband and say thank you for loaning you to Label once again. All right. So take care and have a great day, Kiffra. We're going to keep in touch. Bye-bye. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we got for you in looking at self-awareness. This has been really good stuff. And I want to thank you guys for sending your questions. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for letting us know, letting Kiffra know what you needed to work on. And I'm really thankful that she is well capable, she is qualified, and she was willing to answer some of your questions. As I said earlier, some of those things she wouldn't be able to get in depth all right, with, but you need to contact her personally to get your one-on-one session organized, all right, so that you can be able to sort out things in your life. All right, guys, so thank you so much. I haven't been seeing any birthdays or anniversaries in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, may God continue to bless you. Keep your eyes on the prize, and I'm telling you from experience, you know, I'm letting you know that sometimes, you know, it's easy to think negative, but you have to look at things the positive way. So that is what I've been explaining to Kiffra earlier. Sometimes, you know, the first thing, sometimes in some situations, the first thing snaps is the negative part of thing, and I pull back and I say, okay, I don't just want to jump and start thinking positive. Why am I looking at this the negative way? You know, why am I looking at it this way? You know, I like to talk to myself and ask myself those questions because I know that is not how I want to be. So I want to know, why am I doing it this way? You know, and then work on getting things sorted out. All right, so keep your eyes on the prize and look at life the best way possible. Keep a smile on your face and live the best life, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day. This has been a beautiful session, and we're going to be catching with you tomorrow for the Fresh Fun Friday. All right, I'm seeing in the chat there is one anniversary, but I have no idea who's celebrating. Patsy, help. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Shout out birthday greetings to my son O'Neil. Okay, there we go. Josiane is celebrating, so I guess Josiane is celebrating her anniversary, and O'Neil is celebrating her birthday. So we got some stuff to celebrate today, ladies and gentlemen. So let's big up O'Neil and Josiane, Bella this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be singing happy birthday and happy anniversary. Let's get this thing pumping. We'll start with the birthday song. Go! Come on, drop the beat. Happy birthday to you, O'Neil. Happy birthday to you. Come on, sing. Happy birthday, dear O'Neil. Happy birthday to you. Come on. Happy anniversary to Leon and Josiane. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, dear Josiane and Dillian. Happy anniversary to you. Say happy birthday, happy anniversary. Happy birthday and happy anniversary to you. All right, blessings flow to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on such a great session this morning. May God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you find success throughout the day. All right, so take care, and we're going to be catching you tomorrow, Lord willing, for the Fresh Fun Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Big up yourself, as we would say it. All right, so have a great day, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be catching you again tomorrow. You are the words and the music. Take care. You are the song that I sing, and you are the melody and the harmony. Praise to your name I will bring. Come on. You are the Lord of Lords and the mighty God, and you are the King of all kings. So now I give back to you the songs that you gave to me. You are the song that I sing. Well, you are the words and the music. You are the song that I sing. You are the melody and the harmony. Praise to your name I will bring. You are the Lord of Lords and the mighty God, and you are the King of all kings. So now I give back to you the songs that you gave to me. You are the song that I sing. Well, you are the words and the music, and you are the song that I sing. Come on. You are the melody and the harmony. Praise to your name I will bring. You are the Lord of Lords and the mighty God, and you are the King of all kings. So now I give back to you the song that you gave to me. You are the song that I sing. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Bye-bye.